Hi, welcome to Food Fights, and today we are comparing these two potato chips. Well, that's if these are in fact potato chips. It just says Pringles Original. But right here, the fine print, it says Potato Crisps. They're actually made from potato flakes, the same thing they make instant mashed potatoes out of. So we're comparing the Lay's classic potato chips to the Pringles Original Potato Crisps. And from now on, I'm going to call these potato chips. One of the first things I'm going to look at here is the packaging and the appearance. And they both look good. They don't look chintzy. But when it comes to packaging, I'm going to say the Pringles packaging is the best. But one thing about these you have to be careful of. When I go to the store, I tip the can upside down just to hear any loose pieces that may be in there. Because if somebody pulled these off the top shelf and they hit the floor, these might pretty well be broken up on the inside. That's why a lot of times you'll see these on the bottom shelf of the store, because if they fall from the bottom shelf, they're not going to get broken up. So let's start off with the Lay's. Who hasn't had Lay's potato chips? And the best way I found to open these is grab them at that center seam and pull just like that. And they open up quite nicely. And I can smell those right now, and they smell really, really good. And that looks like a nice bag of potato chips. All right, let's open up the Pringles. I haven't bought a can of Pringles for quite some time. In the old days, this used to be a metal lid with a pull tab on it. Now it's a paper foil combination. Yeah, those are smelling pretty good. And that looks like a nice can of potato chips there. All right, let's dump some of these out on a plate and compare them. So I'm going to try to dump a few of the Lay's potato chips right out on the plate and see what we get. Just a random sampling here. That looks like about enough. It looks like good old potato chips. And who doesn't like the bent, wrinkly ones? Now let's pour out a few of the Pringles. It's hard to get them to kind of fall out. There we go. And those look good too. But on the surface and right off the bat, just from how they look, I'm going to say these look better because they just look more homemade. They just look more real, more potato chippy, shall we say. I mean, these don't look bad, but they're not really looking like potato chips. They're just this processed, I don't know, obviously made in a mold. You can tell they've just been molded out. Whether they're fried or baked, I don't know. All right, now time for the taste test. Let's take the bent one. I know the texture is going to be off compared to the Pringles because of this bent potato chip, but I got to go for the bent one first because I really like those. So let's try this. That's a good potato chip. Just the right amount of salt, just the right amount of crunch. I don't know what to say. Lay's are darn good potato chips. Let's compare this to a Pringles potato crisp or potato chip, whatever you want to call it. Definitely has a rougher texture to it compared to a sliced potato. So let's try this. It's definitely lighter, a little bit lighter crunch and a little bit lighter texture. It actually feels thinner in my mouth than what the Lay's are. But even though the Lay's are thinner, these seem to break apart easier. Actually, they seem to be more fragile than what the real potato chip is. But as for the taste, they're actually quite good. A little bit more salt than what the Lay's have, it seems like. Let's do another side-by-side comparison. Let's try another Lay's again. Tastes like potato. Now that one had a bit more salt on it than what the first one did. Definitely getting a potato flavor from them. That's good. That's a good potato chip. Now let's try the Pringles again. That's good too. Not as strong as potato flavor. And that second taste, it seemed like the Pringles had less salt than what the Lay's did. Something else about a Pringles potato chip. You might find that these are too salty, or then again, you might find they're not salty enough. Well, it really depends on how you eat these. It seems like to me, the salt is only on one side of the chip. So if they seem to be too salty, if you eat it this way, you get more of the potato flavor and less of the salt flavor. So I don't know if you were aware of that, but that's something interesting about the way you eat a Pringles potato chip. But both of these are very, very good. Which one is better? I'm going to say it's a draw. If you like the homemade, these seem more like what homemade potato chips would be. And these are obviously a processed chip, but they have a very good flavor. A little less potato flavor than what the Lay's do, but still very, very good. If I'm going to pick a winner, it's going to have to be based on some other criteria. As for the appearance, I think these look better just because they look more homemade or more natural. And these are neat because they're stackable. And I remember as a kid getting these in the lunch to take to school. It was so cool that you'd get a stack of potato chips. So that just brings down one other thing, is the price. Well, so for this large bag of Lay's potato chips at Walmart, I paid $2.50. I think they had a rollback thing going on, even though the retail price on these are $4.29. And this is a 10-ounce package. And I paid $1.44 for the Pringles. The Pringles is 5.2 ounces for $1.44. When it comes to taste, I'm going to say that the Lay's potato chips win. And as for the appearance, I'm going to say the Lay's potato chips also win. As for packaging and convenience, definitely the Pringles. But the Pringles are really a very good potato chip. They just don't have that homemade potato chip flavor or that natural flavor that we're used to. If all you had was Pringles, you would not be disappointed. And if all you had was Lay's, you definitely would not be disappointed. So value-wise, they're both about the same. Lay's wins taste-wise and appearance-wise. Packaging, Pringles wins. So there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments, which potato chip you like better. So thanks for watching Food Fights, and until the next video, take care.